Hey guys, it's Peter here with GoodyReader.com, and today we have the FES Watch U Premium, and this is the Sony Sony e-ink watch 2nd generation. I just thought I'd give you my thoughts on it after wearing it for a week. So what it is that this is the FES Watch U Premium, and the difference between the regular one and the premium one is the glass on the outside. And I've been wearing this for a week. I haven't really bumped into things or anything, but there's no scratches whatsoever on this, mostly because it's stainless steel body, rubber band, and sapphire glass on the top, so there's not really a lot of surfaces in which this can get scratched. So I'll give a big plus in the corner for that. The thing was, I got a lot of looks on this watch, and people would be walking down the street and say, realistically I only got about 3 people that I didn't know come up to me and say, what is that? And then I say, oh, it's a Sony e-ink watch. And they said, like a smartwatch? And I say, well, no, it's an e-ink watch. And they say, what do you mean? Then I do this, and I change the band, and they're like, what, are you kidding? And I said, yeah, you can upload your own images and your own patterns and anything you want. And they're like, they're completely amazed by that. They've never seen anything like that before, and that's super cool how you can do that on the fly. And then at that point they're all excited, and they're like, what else can it do? And I say, oh, well, can tell time. And they say, okay. And I'm like, that's about it. And then they mean, what do you mean? And then they're like, isn't it a smartwatch? And I say, no, it's an e-ink watch. And they said, so how much was it? And I'm like, well, usually it's like $700. And they're like, but why? And I can't really go any further than that, because it's hard to explain e-ink to somebody that doesn't really know e-ink. And I say it's kind of like, you know, a Kindle, or like and if they don't know what a Kindle is, I go down to like, oh, it's kind of like a calculator screen where it's kind of black and white or kind of gray, and the ink kind of shows up, and then they lose interest, because having a $700 watch that can only tell time, that isn't like a watch, you know, like Rolex and everything else like that, which are much more expensive, of course, but you know, it being e-ink, they and it being Sony, and it being like Bluetooth connectivity, I guess they expected a lot more. But, and I showed it to a bunch of my friends, and a couple of my friends are techie, and they got it. They're like, oh wow, yeah, that's really cool, I get it, you know, blah blah blah. But the average person, when they see this, and they kind of like listen to what you have to say, kind of like your pitch, even though I'm not selling these, they didn't really get it too much. And honestly, you know what, after about a day of playing around with it on my phone, the whole FES watch closet of, you know, putting a couple things on there, I find that there's not much. You know, you spend that day when you get a new kind of gimmicky product, you're like, yeah, I can put all these things, and I took a picture, and I put my own picture on here, which ended up being pretty bad resolution, even though I have a Asus Zenfone 3 Zoom, which has pretty good camera capabilities. Got kind of bored of the watch. It's fantastic, I mean, for what it is. That's just my take of having this thing for a week, and it was it's really cool, and I think I'll really kind of bring it out to like parties and stuff like that, to get that whole kind of impressive thing, like really impress people and shock people, and it's a cool conversation piece. But to the average person, I guess, it not being smart, I'm not quite ready for it. So for GoodyReader.com, this is just my thoughts on having the FES Watch U, not smartwatch, FES Watch U Premium for a week.